Wait, is it? Oh my god, I am so stupid. Hang on. Now let's see if it will pop up. Oh, I am so pissed. I forgot to press the go live button. I am so dumb.
Oh my god, I am so stupid.
Alright, let's turn that off. Oh my god, I feel so stupid. Okay, well, now... Alright, it should work now. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. I'm gonna turn the volume off because I don't really need it. Hello, I really hope I'm not mispronouncing this, Beast. Welcome to the stream. Of course, this is a huge learning curve for me. So bear with me. I tried live streaming last week and it just did not work. So yes, we'll be celebrating, of course, 1K subscribers, and you guys can also send me questions, reaction suggestions. So we'll also, I think once we wait for a few more people to show up, we'll then start, discussing, the channel's future, like what I'm gonna add to it, and of course, how this milestone is gonna affect the channel, and overall discuss WandaVision theories, because WandaVision episode 8. Episode 8 is dropping tonight. Alright. I'm beginning to think Tommy and Billy aren't real. In episode 6, Wanda tells them not to go past Ellis Avenue where the text ends. What if Wanda is worried they'll accidentally leave the hex? I think that's the route they're going, because that was something similar in the comics when they weren't really real. Now in the comics it was more in depth that they were pieces of Mephisto's soul. I believe that's what it was. And once Mephisto was defeated, they ceased to exist. I need to go back and reread the comics, but I remember after that whole thing, it was Mephisto reabsorbed them. I remember that. And I think Agatha in the comics wiped Wanda's memories of ever having kids, because I don't even think that the kids were real anyway. But yeah, I do think that's the route that they are going. So yeah, I do agree with that. Okay, let's see. Everything looks good. I wanted to make sure the resolution's all good. I don't know why it's at 720. It should be at 1080, but maybe it's just the webcam I'm using. I'm using my webcam at the moment because the Canon M50's battery life isn't great, and I kind of want to save all that battery life for the actual reaction that's going to drop. Also, I'm going to see if I can do a live reaction to the finale. We'll just see how that goes. I need to test it out. Do you think it's possible that Wanda has created this villain Agatha as a part of her TV show? Is this the real villain, like Mephisto watching from below? Oh, that's an interesting theory, how Agatha isn't an actual villain, how she was a creation of the Hex. That would be an interesting twist, but I don't believe so. I think Agatha is real. And I do think that she is at least one of the main villains. They could still do Mephisto or Nightmare. There is the issue of, WandaVision either getting censored or just not being shown in different other regions. That's been a huge debate on why Mephisto won't show up, because, certain countries like China or certain other countries won't show up because it's demonic. Which, I can see that happening. Overall, I actually don't think Agatha is a creation of the Hex. That would be an interesting twist, but it does seem like she's the most aware out of everyone inside the Hex, so I do believe that Agatha is real. Now, what is her overall endgame? I think we're probably going to find out in this episode. And I'm very curious to see, what's going to happen here. I've heard a couple theories how maybe Spectral Vision will show up. I'm very curious to see what the future of Tommy and Billy is, because I don't think they're going to be done here, because they have perfect setup for Young Avengers. I think it all depends on how exactly it's going to be done. Because, they already have, they're setting up Kate Bishop for the Hawkeye show. We have Stature from Endgame because Scott's daughter didn't dust away. And we have Miss Marvel, and we have Speed and Wiccan. That's already 5 members, and they're already setting up Ironheart to have a series. And maybe if they introduce Miles at some point, I could see that happening. But so I am curious what the fate of the twins is going to be. So we'll see. Chances on Hawkeye making an appearance. Hawkeye and Wanda do have a close history. I could see them doing it, but I don't know yet. That's actually a good question. I guess we'll see in due time. I don't think he's gonna show up, but it's possible. Yeah, I think it's just gonna depend on, of course, the scheduling of filming, because I think WandaVision wrapped up filming before Hawkeye started actual production. I could be wrong in that one. We'll see. I don't think he's going to appear, but you never know. Okay. Let's see if I can fix my lighting. That'll be great. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Alright, do you think Vision is making it out alive, or has he ever been alive? Good question. I do think, they were saying up back in Civil War how, he was trying to find a way to understand the Mind Stone and somehow controlling the Mind Stone. I do think overall, he was built, he started off as just the essence of Ultron, but they added Tony's consciousness in there, Jarvis, Bruce in there, and the stone itself. So I do think Vision had at least part of a soul. That is a very good question. I do personally believe that Vision is alive, but if he's making it out, if he's making it out alive at the end of the show, the producers and writers did tease that this is gonna have a sad ending. So that does allude to the fact that maybe Vision is going to stay dead for good, or maybe this version of Vision that we could see, because they could have a new version of Vision that could be completely rebooted and completely robotic. The current Vision we know is gone, and there's going to be this new Vision that will take its place. That's what I think they're going to go with, because I did hear some rumors that Spectral Vision, the pure white Vision from West Coast Avengers, is going to show up. So we'll see. I'm hoping for Baron Mordo as a cameo. That could be cool. I don't think that's going to be the big cameo that they've been hinting at, but that would make sense because Baron Mordo has been confirmed to return for Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, and WandaVision will directly tie into that movie, as Kevin Feige confirmed at the Disney Investor Day. They also said that I think Paul Bettany even said that it's an actor that he's been waiting to work with for some time, so I'm assuming it's a big actor. So I don't think Baron Mordo is going to be that big cameo, but there is a chance. But I don't think Baron Mordo is going to be the villain for Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, at least not the main villain. He could be like a secondary villain for the film. And because I believe I read somewhere that Nightmare was confirmed for Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. Hang on, let me Google that first. Doctor Strange: Multiverse Madness. Nightmare. Pretty sure I read somewhere. Oh, okay. So there isn't an actual confirmation of Nightmare, but more Mordo has been confirmed. I don't think Mordo is going to be the main villain, though. If they're dealing with the multiverse, I just don't think Mordo, at the end of Doctor Strange, they were setting up for, some big, for him to, go into the multiverse, because he was hunting down wizards, and I think he was, like, stealing their magic. It's been a while since I've watched Doctor Strange, but I do think, Baron Mordo is a possibility. Mysterio, I don't think so. I don't think Mysterio is going to show up, in WandaVision. There could be, because they did say there would be some tie-in. I think at the very best they'll probably reference Mysterio and that's it. I don't personally think Mysterio is going to show up. But I am curious how this show will tie into Spider-Man No Way Home, because that's the official title. Maybe they won't show anything about Spider-Man, but they will. But maybe Spider-Man No Way Home will reference those events, and whatever happens in the finale will affect that film. Because Kevin Feige did say that WandaVision would tie into Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm very curious how that's going to go, because I think Spider-Man No Way Home is supposed to release before Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, but I don't know when that's going to take place in terms of the actual movie timeline. But in due time we will see. Who do I think the aerospace engineer is? So at first I thought it was that military personnel that she was talking about, but I don't think that she was the engineer. Um, I want it to be Reed Richards really badly, but I think the most possible route is maybe Blue Marvel, because Monica and Blue Marvel have a very close relationship in the comics. So it would make sense to bring in Blue Marvel, especially a character that isn't as well known. Like, he isn't like a big A-lister that most people know. So introducing Blue Marvel would be a good opportunity, because we already have Monica in here. She's already saying not to become either a Spectrum or Photon or whatever identity she's gonna take. So having Blue Marvel show up would make a lot of sense. So I think Blue Marvel's my top choice. I'm gonna put Reed Richards up there too, because they are setting up for Fantastic Four, and this will be a good opportunity to introduce Reed Richards. But I feel like that would be, in a way, it would be big, but it's a bit too obvious, because I feel like everyone is gonna think that's gonna be Reed Richards. So that's what's making me believe it's not gonna be Reed Richards. It's probably gonna be Blue Marvel. I can't really think any other character that would fit that description as an aerospace engineer. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. I'm very curious. Blue Marvel is great, but will that really be a big cameo for people who haven't read the comics? True. I don't think Blue Marvel is actually gonna be the big cameo. I actually think this is going to be very bold, but I do think it's going to have a big X-Men character. Maybe Magneto. I think because they've been really hyping up this cameo to be a big character. Blue Marvel has some close history with Monica in the comics, but I don't think that's going to be the big cameo. I think it's either going to be Nightmare or Magneto. Those are the only choices that I can think of right now. Because I think maybe when the hex dissipates, it will spread across the entire planet, and that will create cracks within the multiverse. That's my personal theory. And maybe it will be kind of like the particle accelerator, where when it dissipates, it creates a giant shockwave, and affects the entire planet, but only certain people are affected, and that's what's going to create the 616 version of mutants, or at least the MCU's version of mutants. But I do think it's going to create cracks in the multiverse, where they'll open up portals, and that's when people from the multiverse are going to come in. So yeah, I do believe that's either going to be Magneto, maybe Professor X. That'll be dope. As the big cameo. Blue Marvel, yeah, Blue Marvel, I believe, is Monica's boyfriend in the comics, because that's what I meant by they have a very close history. Hang on, let me. I'm like 99% sure Blue Marvel and Monica have a relationship. Okay, let's see. Blue Marvel. Let's see. see here. Let's see here. Powers, beliefs. Okay, let's see. I'm like 99% sure. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, so yeah, he is her boyfriend. I just wanted to check. Okay, let's see. Patrick Stewart or James McAvoy? I would love to see Patrick Stewart, but at the same time, I feel like James McAvoy kind of got screwed over with, the really bad and inconsistent scripts with X-Men. So I think it would be cool to see him in here. And James McAvoy is young still. I mean, he's not young, but he's younger than Patrick Stewart. It would make more sense to keep him around. But Patrick Stewart would be pretty dope in my opinion. But I think Patrick Stewart is busy with the Star Trek project, so that's why I don't think he's gonna come in. Ben Grimm as a possible cameo. That's a good point. Ben Grimm. That would be dope, but I don't think he would be, the big hyped up cameo. I think there could be a couple of Fantastic Four characters, and they would set that up with swords, sending them off to space, and that's how they'll get their abilities. But we'll see. Let's see here. I think I read all of them, as far as I know. Alright, I'm also gonna set up my Disney Plus on my new tab, so, I don't have to go through all that time to set that up for my reaction. Alright, there we go, that's all there. Hank McCoy would actually make a lot of sense, That's actually a character I didn't think of. It's a character that is big, but isn't someone everyone's speculating, and it would be a really great character to introduce as one of the MCU's X-Men. Yeah, his right names, yeah. I do think Hank McCoy is a possibility. I do think Blue Marvel is probably the one to go with, though, but, I'm holding out hope that maybe they'll, bring in some characters from the comics, some bigger name characters, but we'll see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me set up some other stuff in my action. Okay, that's set up. Alright, here. Are you going to react to Godzilla vs. Kong? Yes. March is going to be a very busy month for me. That is something I do plan on reacting to, because March is going to be packed, because Flash is coming back next Tuesday. So that's going to make Tuesdays very hard for me to record. I'm actually readjusting my schedule because a lot more shows are coming out in March, like Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier is a good adjustment for me because it will immediately replace WandaVision. And I do plan on reacting to My Hero Season 5 for you anime fans out there. I am reacting to the Snyder Cut. I'm going to be breaking that up into 4 separate recordings to make it easier for me to edit, because editing a 4-hour recording is going to be a huge pain in the ass. And as far as uploading it, if everything goes well, because I'm still setting up monetization on my channel now that I've reached 1,000 subscribers, it's going to be a lot harder for me to incorporate, all these different shows. I need to make like an actual schedule. So, we'll see. Okay, let's see. Got that set up. So, yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong. Definitely reacting to that. I wanted to movie reactions every week, but the thing is, Saturday is actually becoming more busy for me because I've to do, work here and, assignments that I am getting over the weekend from college. So, yeah, I'm still adjusting movie reactions. That's something I've always struggled with. That and with all these new reactions coming out, I'm going to be adjusting my schedule. Like, I'm thinking of moving all my DC reactions to maybe one day, but then that's, a lot of shows. There's Smallville, Doom Patrol, um, the Superman Lois that just premiered last night. Check out my reaction. It's on my channel. And, of course, The Flash. That's 4 DC shows, and putting that all in one day is going to be a pain in the ass for me to, edit and stuff. So I think, as far as my schedule goes, I think here's what I'm probably going to do. I think I'll probably go back to my Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule just because that's a lot of shows for me to do. Because I'm adding, 4 DC shows. The Boys that I'm still reacting to. Depending on how insane the copyright claims are, depends on if that show is going to continue on this channel. And of course, there's going to be My Hero coming out. Falcon Winter Soldier. I'm not going to count WandaVision right now because WandaVision is going to come to an end next week. Demon Slayer, Fairy Tales. So yeah, that's not kind of WandaVision. That's 9 shows, that I'm adding to this channel, And I have to take into consideration March, with Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm glad Godzilla vs. Kong was pushed back to the end of March because, boy, that's going to make it a lot easier for me. I'm still adjusting the schedule. I think Superman Lois reactions will most likely, just because of how much I'm going to add, it takes for me to edit now because I like to cover up the overlays so I can keep more footage in there. At certain points of video, as you saw, I think Superman Lois and Flash reactions will come out on Wednesdays usually because it took me like 3 hours to edit that video. Actually, no, it took me almost 3 hours. It was like 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. Alright, we've been streaming for about 22 minutes, okay. Let's see, I think I might continue streaming until like 11:30. Or maybe 11:45 and then take an intermission. Okay, let's see here. Anything? Let's see. Am I all caught up with the chat? I believe I am. Hang on, let me see here. Yep. I don't know why. The quality looked a lot better in OBS. I don't know why it doesn't look all that great now. Also, if any of you are still wondering, if any of you are new coming in and wondering why I'm using my webcam instead of my Canon camera, the Canon M50 battery life is complete ass. I was actually surprised it lasted so long on my Superman Lois reaction, and I kind of want to save all the battery life for my WandaVision reaction. So yeah. Also, by the way, I do plan on for all of you new, I do plan on doing a live reaction to the WandaVision finale. So I'll look forward to that next week. All right, let's see here. Yeah. Also, in terms of changes for the channel, since I'll talk about that now, because we started off with just WandaVision discussion. So I'll briefly talk about channel changes. Of course, I'm changing my channel art because that's old from when I didn't really know what I was doing, and that was part of when I had a different name for my channel. I'll be changing that. Hopefully, I plan on finishing that up because I have the outline of that. I plan on working on that tomorrow, and hopefully it'll be done by tomorrow night. And I do plan on making a new logo. I do kind of want to still keep the Wally West sketch that someone made for me on there. So yeah, that's for design changes. As for changes to the channel, I do plan on fixing, or not fixing, but adjusting my schedule for you guys, just because there's a lot of reactions that are going to be coming up. With shows like My Hero coming back, Flash coming back, I need to readjust my schedule because that's a lot of shows I need to react to. Wednesday is going to be pretty packed, I think, for Wednesday, because I think I have Doom Patrol on Wednesdays. I'll be probably moving Doom Patrol to Tuesdays, having Superman and Lois and The Flash coming out on Wednesdays, just because it takes me so long to edit those reactions now, because I like covering up the overlays at certain points in my reactions, because it allows me to keep in more footage. And I think it all depends on monetization, because I just applied to monetization too, so that's definitely going to change a bit for my channel at the moment. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I would love to do a lot of live stream reactions. I'm still working out a schedule. I want to try to, challenge myself to live stream I want to try either once every week or every other week. So WandaVision finale is going to be a big test for that for me. So I hope you do look forward to that, Ryan. So yeah. I think I'll probably even do a live reaction to the Falcon Winter Soldier premiere. I think that'll be a pretty good opportunity to do that. As for other reactions, Snyder Cut, I did discuss that. I do believe Suicide Squad is also coming out on HBO Max, so I'll do react to that. And the Mortal Kombat movie, I'll most definitely be reacting to that, as I am a huge Mortal Kombat fan. Oh, hey Ryan, what's up? How have things been since graduation? Thanks for dropping in on the stream. Oh, you're at WSU Vancouver? That's dope. I do plan on applying there after I graduate from Clark. Okay, we got a couple more viewers. That's good. It's going up. This stream is going a lot smoother than my WandaVision discussion I did. I think it was last week. Hey, all right. Bade, welcome to the stream. Kaisa, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome to the stream. Did you hear the news about Avatar Studios? I actually did, and I'm very mixed on that idea. I do think it's a good idea, and I'm glad that because I was actually very concerned at first, but then it turns out that both Michael DiMartino and Brian Karnitzko, I hope I'm pronouncing those names right, will be working on that, and that's actually a very cool idea because they said they'd be working on expanding the world, not just focusing on a new avatar, but just on the world. So I'm very curious what they're going to do with that, and they are working on. I think I read somewhere last night that they're working on an animated movie for theaters. They said animated feature film, so that's very cool. I don't think they need to necessarily expand upon Aang's story or core story, but if they do, I hope that they adapt the graphic novels. Like, I would love to see, the graphic novels like The Promise or The Search, like, as a movie. Maybe they can even change some things up. That would be pretty dope in my opinion. Let's see here. Oh, that's cool. I really like it here. Yeah, I'm glad you like it here, Ryan. Are you excited for Spider-Man 3? I am excited for Spider-Man 3. Tom Holland did debunk that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield aren't in here. That could be him, trying to, keep things under wraps at the moment because Mayhew's told that, you aren't allowed to do that. Mayhew's lying. Personally, I don't want them to do Spider-Verse right now. I think they should really try to expand Peter's story, really have his character come into his own. I am excited. I am curious how they're going to bring in Electro and Doc Ock. If they're not doing the multiverse, I personally believe that it will have some effect because Kevin Feige did say WandaVision will tie into the third Spider-Man film and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So that, of course, gives you the impression that the multiverse will have some way, will play a part in there. I think if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in there, it's either going to be an end credit scene or it's going to be kind of like how they did on The Flash. You know how on The Flash, when he was running through the Speed Force or running through the multiverse, they saw different flashes of different things, and Supergirl was shown there. I think it was like during season 2 when they went to Earth 2. I think it's going to be something similar where a portal opens and they see Tobey Maguire's world or Andrew Garfield's world. So those are my thoughts on that. I am excited for that. I just think doing the whole Spider-Verse team up is too soon. Have you heard about the third My Hero Academia movie or Boku no Hero movie? Yes, I am. I'm very excited for that. In fact, let me pull up because I remember they showed a poster for that. Okay, let me see if I can find that here really quick. Okay, here we go. I can even show it on stream for you guys. Alright, I'll only show it, full screen for a bit here. Actually, no, I won't show full screen. Give me a second. Let me set this up here. Okay. Yeah, so I remember the creators showed this image here, and I'm actually pretty curious what they're going to do with the third My Hero movie because, trying to top Heroes Rising is a pretty, it's going to be a challenge because Heroes Rising was really highly scaled. The animation looked phenomenal. The action was great. As far as I do think it was kind of cool putting Todoroki, in the spotlight too, because I always thought after the sports festival, Todoroki kind of became a little irrelevant, which I wasn't a fan of. I thought Todoroki was a great character with a great backstory, and I do hope he gets a lot of focus here. It does seem like he's going to be one of the main protagonists. Of course, Deku is still the main guy, but secondary protagonists along with Bakugo. One thing that makes me curious is this WHA badge they have on their or patch they have on their shoulder. I think that it could be a new hero association being formed. It's still too soon to discuss because there hasn't been a lot of news about it. As far as I know, I don't even think there hasn't been any news since they released this poster. I can probably try and find anything as of recently. Yeah, the most recent news I can probably find is back in November where they confirmed it for summer 2021, which does give me a big concern because if you notice the animation in season 4 was a bit of a downgrade than in previous seasons because they put a lot of their budget into Heroes Rising. So them working on a movie and the main anime at the same time does give me a big concern, but we'll see how they pull it off. I think it's definitely gonna be a challenge, but I'm very curious how they're gonna do it, and I hope that the animation for the main anime does actually stay consistent. Because that's one thing I'm really curious about. Okay, let's see here. Will you react to Black Light? I've already seen Black Light. I tried reacting to it, I think, months ago, but I was having a lot of audio issues, so I just decided to watch it on my own time. I'm not fully caught up with the current season. I just finished. I think I actually finished the season 2 finale. I didn't watch anything from season 3. So I could try reacting to Black Light in season 3 and then season 4 because season 4 I think is the final season from what I've read. But maybe I could react to it, but I kind of want to wait until I finish some of my current reactions right now because I have a lot of shows already on here. I might make that a Patreon exclusive for the time being, and then after some time put it up here. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for that. So because I don't really want to react to something I've already seen. The only exception I'll do to that is if I'm going to react to something that I haven't seen in a long time. For example, I could do a reaction series to the Lord of the Rings movies, because those are movies that I've only seen the first movie, and that was when I was in 5th grade, and I hardly remember anything that happened in that movie. So that would be the one exception that I could do. In fact, I could do a reaction series to that. The problem is those movies are hella long. I think they're nearly 3 hours long. So that's an interesting idea that I could probably do. So yeah, at the moment, nope. I'm gonna put a pin on the Black Light reactions. Okay, let's see. Alright, we can stream for 38 minutes. This is actually going a lot better than I thought it was going to go. Supergirl reactions, no. I'm going to say this, I'm not saying Supergirl is a bad show. I'm not saying Supergirl is a bad show, it's just not the show for me, I wasn't really a fan of how they portrayed Superman on that show. No disrespect to Melissa Benoist. I think Melissa Benoist is a phenomenal actress. I just don't like, them putting their own political agendas into that show because it's really distracting. Um, I feel like Lex Luthor was one of the only things that show did right, and I really did like the setup for the Legion of Superheroes. But other than that, Supergirl just wasn't the show for me. Also, the effects for that show looked really bad, like worse than Flash. So yeah, I tried like season 3. I think it's the only season of Supergirl I legitimately liked. And then that was it. Season 4, I tried and I couldn't do it. I only watched like a few of the Lex Luthor episodes, and they were pretty good due to Sean Cryer's performance. And I tried getting into season 5, I just couldn't. It's not my show. Similar to Batwoman, I tried getting into Batwoman, I really did, and I just couldn't do it. You could kick it old school and rant to life hacks. That could be something I could do. I could do like, not necessarily movie or TV reactions just for that. I could do, just YouTube video reactions. I could do that. I'd be down for that. So yeah, that's actually a good idea, Ryan. Thank you for that suggestion. I'll definitely um, write that down later. Let's see here, 11:36. Okay, I think we can probably stream up until maybe 11:50. All right, another question from Kaizak. Who do you think will win the All Valley in season 4? I think it's gonna come down to. I honestly think Cobra Kai is gonna win, mainly because they kind of had a pattern here. Season 1 was a mixed happy slash bad ending. Season 2 was a bad ending. Season 3 was a lighthearted ending. I think Season 4 will go back to a darker ending. Main reason why I think Cobra Kai is going to win the tournament is because, one, the writers have said in multiple occasions that they want the show to go on for at least 6 seasons. If they were going to have Season 4 be the last season, then I would say Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, or whatever their new dojo is going to be called, would win. But I do think it would raise the stakes if Cobra Kai did win. I do think a cool twist would be either Cobra Kai and Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do don't win, and it's going to be a new dojo. Maybe Julie comes in. That would be a cool idea to bring in Julie. Julie comes in with her own dojo and actually beats them. Maybe Cobra Kai gets himself disqualified, and maybe Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang will be taken out in the tournament by Cobra Kai's illegal tactics, and Julie's dojo will beat Cobra Kai. That could be something that they could do, but for the time being, I think Cobra Kai is going to win the tournament. I think it all depends on what they'll do with Robbie's character, because Robbie, oh boy, Robbie is a really frustrating character. It's a good character arc, but the decisions he's made, man, it's just they piss me off, man. I do think that it's going to come down to whatever Robbie's decision is, because they could do something where Robbie still wins the tournament, but he doesn't fight dirty. I think that could be a cool twist there, where Cobra Kai does win, but it's for the right reason, and then maybe Kreese would punish Robbie for disobeying him, and I think that's when Johnny and Danny are going to come in and save him. Or they could do something where maybe Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang do win, but Kreese leaves, but Terry takes over as a villain, and then they'll have to deal with that. The problem with them doing that, though, is that most of these characters are 17, and it's the under 18 All Valley Karate Tournament. So, most of these characters, because I remember they said Miguel and Robbie are 17, and I'm pretty sure most of these characters are 17. So this will be their last All Valley, unless they decide to introduce a new All Valley tournament for like characters, 18 people 18 or above. That could be a cool new idea for them to explore a new tournament for them to bring to the story. So that'll be a interesting idea for them to do. So yeah, overall, I do think Cobra Kai is going to win. It would make a lot of sense for it to be a last minute twist. You can react to Total Recall from 1990. That's a good idea. Hang on, let me search that up real quick. That sounds really familiar. Oh, it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's see. Let me look up the runtime for that. Let's see. 1 hour 53. Okay, that's not too bad. It's something like because I've done 1 hour reactions, so now I'm good. So yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Ryan. I will definitely consider it. I think if I'm going to react to that, I'll probably save that for April, just because March is pretty packed. Because I already have to react to 2 big movies. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Ryan. I'll definitely put a pin on that one. Okay, let's see here. I don't know why I'm refreshing my Disney Plus. I already know the episode isn't out yet. I don't know. I guess I'm just anxious. Could you react to Young Justice? I actually did react to like the first, I think, 9 episodes of Young Justice, and I kind of just got busy, and then I kind of just forgot about Young Justice, if I'm being honest. So I watched it on my own time. Overall, I thought season 3 was good, but it could have been better. But I'm definitely gonna react to season 4. So don't worry, Kaizak. Season 4 is definitely coming. Okay, let's see. 11:41. Will you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I have. I would like to react to that. Problem is, I've watched all throughout. I think season 6 was the last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine I've watched. So if I were to react to it, it would only be from season 7 to season 8. Which I am sad that they're deciding to end it on season 8. But I do think 8 seasons is a good run for a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. If I could find a way to erase my memory of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and watch it again for the first time, I would, but I can't. Unfortunately, that's not how that works. But yeah, I might react to it season 7 or season 8. It would feel like a weird place to start it though for my channel, so I don't know. Have you played My Hero Once Justice? I do. I have both of them on my PC. In fact, I love that game. I haven't played it in a while, but I really loved the first one. I do think the second one does still. My problem was that there wasn't a whole lot of content for story. They could have tried to add maybe some stuff from the manga, but I do think that would have been a bit controversial, especially for most people who know My Hero. They only watch the anime. They don't read the manga, so that would have been controversial. So yeah, I do think the fighting mechanics were kind of cool, and I do like the animations. My only critique was that it just barely had any content for it in terms of story and characters. But I do like it. I do think it's a really fun game, especially if you play with friends. Right, let's see here. Here. Do you think Martian Manhunter will be in the Snyder Cut? I think Martian Manhunter was already confirmed by Zack Snyder. So, yeah, I do think because it's been confirmed. Have you watched Boruto? I have not. I finished Naruto Shippuden months ago, and I never really gave Boruto that much of a chance because I I watched a Boruto movie. I wasn't too big of a fan of it. I just feel like Boruto was kind of an unnecessary sequel. I feel like Naruto Shippuden was a pretty good ending. It didn't need a sequel. Um, but Naruto is a very popular. It's an A-lister anime for sure, especially for shonen because Naruto's one of the big three. So it made sense that it was eventually going to get a sequel. But I just didn't think the next generation route was the best way for him to go. Um, but I have heard good things about the manga though, but I haven't read anything in terms of that. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could react to it. I heard that the anime is starting to get good. So we'll see. Okay, here. Let's see. Attack on Titan reactions. Um, that's actually a show I have planned on watching, but the thing is, I'm already so packed. I think maybe once I finish The Boys, I might add that on there. We'll see. There's a lot of shows that have to get done. I think what I could do is that when I finish the first season of The Boys and the first season of Doom Patrol, I would take a break from those shows and maybe start some shorter shows. Some shorter shows because Attack on Titan I think only has like what 20 episodes per season, and they only have like 20-minute long episodes, so it'll be easy for me to react to that. That's one of the reasons why I started watching Demon Slayer was because anime reactions are easy for me to do because of how short the episodes are, and I can watch like let's say three in one setting, and it won't take me very long to edit those. Have you seen My Neighbor Totoro? Is that how you pronounce it? I have not. Let me Google that. Yeah. Oh, that's what that is. I have not seen that, but I have seen that specific image. I've seen that. I've seen people make memes about it, and I've seen that everywhere. So that's where that's from. Oh, I have not. I could react to that. We'll see. You know. Uh, I do like the character models. I really do love the older animation style than what anime typically has for most of its newer products, or not products but projects. So I have not seen that. I have seen that image though. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. It's on HBO Max. Oh, that's actually good because I have an HBO Max account. That's what I'm using to watch Doom Patrol. So maybe you could see that on the channel. We'll see. All right, let's see here. Okay. Could you talk more about Patreon? Yeah, sure. I'll talk more about Patreon. Let's see. Let me pull it up. What it looks like so far. Um, let's see. Let me pull up my display capture for you guys. All right. So here's what it looks like here. I'm gonna change that because that was for my old name. So we have three tiers here that I'll go more in depth with you guys. Actually, I kind of want to add my face cam here. Let me go back to that. Alright. Transition. Okay, here we go. Alright. So here is how it works. I'll probably change the names. I decided, I'm just throwing out my Patreon for you guys. I already have some stuff for you guys on there. Most of the content on there is my uncut reactions. So I'm going to start, posting Patreon exclusive reactions for you guys. I'm going to go into depth for that. So for starters, the Inhuman Revolution tier, which it's basically just the early access tier for you guys. So depending on what shows, because like shows like Superman and Lois and The Flash, I'll probably upload those reactions that are live premiering. I'll post. You'll probably get them like a few hours earlier on here, obviously. I need to change the spelling for before there. So yeah, it's basically just early access, but older shows like Doom Patrol, well, not older shows, but shows that have already aired in Smallville, I'm planning out my uploading schedule, or my recording schedule. You'll probably get, depending on how fast I get them out, like, you could get, like, 2 or 3 episodes early, so that's what that tier is for. It's only $4, and I think, personally, that's a good price for that. Mini-Human Army, which is $8. This tier is just going to be, it's going to have both the stuff that's included in Inhuman Revolution and, of course, uncut reactions. Speedster tier is basically the premium, where you'll actually get reactions, all my uncut reactions, all my early access reactions. But the thing is with here that I'm adding here is that you'll actually get more videos early access, so you'll actually get some of the early access content even earlier than the Inhuman Revolution. And I'm also going to be adding shows and movies that will be Patreon exclusive, basically shows that get too many copyright claims, or maybe shows that that I personally think won't do as well as reactions on YouTube, and I think Patreon will be a good place for that. Like Mccoy is actually a show that I plan on reacting to that I'll probably put a Patreon exclusive. The Rookie is also a show that I don't think is going to do as well on YouTube that I'll probably put on Patreon. I'm going to be adding some stuff here. If you guys, this is actually going to be true for any of you guys on any tier. If you follow me on Patreon, you'll get shoutouts, and you also get to decide what I put on YouTube, because I'll put Patreon. I'm going to start putting Patreon polls every weekend for you guys, so you can say, hey, which should go up first on YouTube, what shows you want to stay on Patreon, which shows you want me to add to YouTube. I'm still figuring that part out, but I'm trying to put more exclusive content on Patreon for you guys, so you get what your money is worth, because I wouldn't want to pay for something that I'm gonna see on YouTube anyway. So having exclusive content for you guys is also good stuff for there, and it's also a good device for me to it's a good platform for me to start making a little bit of money, to help support the channel. $12 a month, isn't a lot, or even $4 a month isn't a lot, but it does help me, slowly save up for stuff, because currently I don't have a actual job at the moment. Although the only work I really do is like either around the neighborhood or here that I do get an allowance for. Because during the pandemic, I got laid off, and it's actually a lot harder for me to find a job during the pandemic. So I think once the pandemic is over, it will be easier for me to find a job. I'm still trying to find actual jobs to help me not just for the channel stuff, but also with rent and appliances and all that stuff. Because I'm starting to have to pay for that myself, because I'm 18. I'm an adult. And I'm gonna have to start paying for that stuff, and it's also gonna help me support to pay off some stuff, like some college fines, So that's why I'm putting up my Patreon, and it's a good way for you guys to get exclusive content. So that's the main reason why I'm making my Patreon, and I did make my Patreon a lot earlier on, but I decided to just oh god, I forgot what I was gonna say. I made my Patreon early on, but I didn't really post much content on there, mainly because I was a much smaller channel. I was a much smaller channel back then, so I didn't really get a whole lot of content for you guys there, and I didn't have a whole lot of time there either. So that's the main reason why. But now that I have 1K subscribers, I know with more content I'm gonna put out there, I'm gonna get a much larger audience. It's gonna, it's gonna be a lot easier for me to make content for you guys, and I have a lot more time now due to the pandemic, for you guys to check out my Patreon, because with a much bigger audience, I can put much more content on there for you guys, because there's going to be a bigger demand to put more content on there. So that's the main reason why I'm going more heavy on my Patreon now. But yeah, guys, we're on stream for it's 59 minutes, but it's been an hour. So yeah, you guys, of course, this isn't going to be my official 1K celebration. It's more special. It's more of like a pre-celebration. I think my WandaVision reaction is going to be my I already forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, my WandaVision live reaction is going to be my actual 1K celebration. So I'll keep you guys posted for that. Also, check my Instagram. I post on there almost daily, especially on my story. So it's a good place for you guys to get updates from my channel. As I also post, oh hey, I upload this video, and here's what I'm gonna make changes here. So yeah, keep you guys posted for that. But yeah, thank you all so much for contributing to the stream, and I know this was a big lackluster. This is my first time doing this, but anyway, guys, yeah, thank you all so much for coming to the stream. Really appreciate it, and thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. And as always, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future content on the channel. Feel free to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. DM me your reaction suggestions there, because that's mainly where I'll see them. And feel free to join the Patreon. Help support the channel. We really appreciate it. And yeah, again, thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. I never thought that I would meet this milestone. So yeah, guys. A few more minutes until the WandaVision reaction. I'm gonna take a quick break, get a bite to eat, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a few hours for a WandaVision reaction. See you guys later. Thank you all so much for joining the stream.